My dear sons and daughters, you are cordially welcome to our Gurugedara educational program conducted by the Ministry of Education hand in hand with National Institute of Education. Now that day, I promise you to do another lesson regarding the interest. You can remember in the early lesson, we discussed about simple interest and compound interest. Today, I am continue that one by discussing about reducing balance interest rate. Then today our topic is calculating interest on the reducing balance. Now first let's see what is reducing balance. Now you have heard different advertisements. Buy now, pay later. That means you buy something today by making a small payment, and after that you are going to pay on installment basis. For example, when you buy a refrigerator or a motor vehicle, you have to follow this method. I think such an advertisement is very familiar to you. For every 1 million, monthly installment is only rupees 11,329. Right, now let's see what is this reducing balance. In reducing balance method, the loan amount is paid in equal monthly installments during an agreed time period. That means you agree to pay some amount with interest within a certain time period. Then as the borrower repays installments, the remaining loan balance reduces over time. What will happen when you pay? When you pay month by month in monthly installments, the value will decrease. When the decreased value is considered, you have to pay interest only for the remaining balance. Then once the total interest to be paid is calculated, the monthly installments are determined such that every installment is of the same value. Another important story. When you calculate the interest, you have to add it to the principal amount, the main amount or the loan amount, and divided by the number of months. Then you can get the value of a monthly installment. Now, you have to be very careful about the term monthly installment. The term monthly installment is consisting of the loan part plus the interest, and it is normally it is equal monthly installments. You have to calculate it in equal monthly installments. Now let's discuss this problem with a small example. A person has borrowed rupees 20,000 loan that charges an annual interest rate of 12%. Now the loan amount is 20,000, annual interest rate is 12%. The loan has to be paid back in 4 equal monthly installments, and the interest is calculated in reducing balance method. Now we have those information. The loan is 20,000, annual interest rate. Remember, we have to calculate by using months, but they have given the interest rate as annual. Then another important point is 4 equal monthly installments and reducing balance. Now let's see. We will consider the loan first. Loan is 20,000. The loan is 20,000. Then for this 20,000 loan, you are given 4 months to pay. That means when 20,000 is divided by 4 per month, from the loan amount you have to pay only 5,000. For 20,000 per month you pay only 5,000. Then let's calculate interest. Now it is calculated on monthly basis. Look, first of all, your loan is 20,000. When you consider the beginning of the first month, your loan is 20,000. For 20,000, when you apply the 12% annual interest rate, you will get the annual interest, but you have to get it for 1 month. Therefore, multiply that answer again by 1 upon 12. You know there are 12 months per year. Therefore, if you want to convert anything to months, you have to divide it by 12. Then let's divide it. 20,000 divided by 100, answer is 200. After that, 12 and 12 can be divided. 12 divided by 12, answer is 1. Then you get the interest for the first month, 200 rupees. My dear students, here you have to be very careful in your simplifications. That means some students apply the theory correctly, the method correctly, but they do their mistakes in the simplifications. Therefore, marks are very important. For the steps, you are getting marks. That day also I explained you how they give marks in the marking scheme. Therefore, you have to be very careful about your simplifications. Then, after the first month, at the end of the first month, you pay 5,000. When you pay 5,000, our outstanding loan balance is 15,000. This 15,000 again multiplied by 100 upon 100, that means 12%, again into 1 upon 12, you get the interest for the second month. The second month interest is rupees 150. Then second month also over. Then third month, again after paying 5,000, the outstanding balance is rupees 10,000. Then third month, you have to calculate the interest for third month. 10,000 multiplied by 12 upon 100 multiplied by 1 upon 12. Then you can divide in any way you like. Then the third month interest is rupees 100. You get 100 rupees interest for the third month. Let's go to fourth one and discuss little bit further. Now fourth month, what will happen? You pay another 5,000. When you pay another 5,000, the balance remaining is rupees 5,000. This is our last month. We have come to end of the payment period. Then for 5,000, you apply the annual interest rate 12%. Same story, multiply by 1 upon 12. Then you can divide 500 by 100. After that, you can divide 12 by 12, and the fourth month interest is 50. Now let's see. Now on the screen, you can see the different interest. First month interest is 200, second month interest is 150, third month interest is 100, and the fourth month interest is 50. What has happened to the interest? The interest has decreased. That is why they call it as reducing balance interest rate. Little by little, amount is decreasing. When the amount is decreasing, you calculate the interest only for the outstanding balance. That is why the interest decrease. But it is a very difficult thing to pay the interest like this. First month, 5,000 plus 200 rupees interest. Second month, 5,000 plus 150 rupees interest. Third month, 5,000 plus 100 rupees interest. Fourth month, 5,000 plus 50 rupees interest. It is difficult to remember. Therefore, when you want to pay, you have to pay different amounts. That is why we consider the total interest and calculate the annual or monthly installment, equal monthly installment. Then how can we do that? We can get the total interest. The total interest is 200 plus 150 plus 100 plus 50. Then what is the total interest? Total interest is 500. Therefore, during the first 4 months, you have to pay 500 rupees interest. Now let's add it to the amount 20,000 plus 500. During 4 months, you have to pay 20,000, that is our loan amount, plus you have to pay the additional interest, that is 500. Then the total amount is 20,500. Then we can equalize. We can pay this 20,500 in 4 equal monthly installments. Let's see. When you divide 20,500 by 4, answer is 5,125. Sometimes a student can divide 20,000 separately by 4 and get 5,000, 500 separately by 4 and get 125. Then he can add it and get 5,125. It is possible, you will be getting marks, but however your final answer should be 5,125. The way you select is up to you, right? But in this question, this 200 plus 150 plus 100 plus 50, that is the problem, because you know, if you buy a vehicle, you have to pay it from about 5 years. 5 years mean how many months? 12 times 5, 60. 60 months. What will happen if you try to calculate like this? First month, second month, third month, fourth month until 60. It is a very tiresome job. Therefore, we have to use some short method to calculate the total interest. That is the thing we are going to study in this lesson. Now, you can see the total of 200, 150 is analyzed like this. Now, first at the beginning of the month, how many 5,000s are there? 4. Therefore, for each 5,000, the interest is 50. Therefore, when there are 4 5,000s, 50 into 4. For 5,000 rupees, 50. Therefore, for 20,000 means 5,000 into 4. Then interest also 50 into 4. 150 means 50 into 3. 100 means 50 into 2. 50 means 50 into 1. Reduce in balance. 5,000 by 5,000 decreasing, month by month decreasing. Therefore, you are little by little getting closer to the end of the settlement period. Therefore, your interest decrease. The interest is calculated like this. Okay, now let's see how to get the total interest in a short method. Now you have seen 50 into 4, 50 into 3, 50 into 2 and 50 into 1. 50 is the common factor. When you take it out, for the bracket you can take 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. What is the addition of 4, 3, 2, 1? Answer is 10. Therefore, 50 into 10, you get the total interest 500. You can remember we got the same answer 500 using our early method. Early method means calculating interest month by month. First month, second month, third month, fourth month. Then this total interest can be calculated in a simple way. That is what we are going to study in this lesson. Now let's see how to get 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. My dear students, you can remember in grade 8, you studied how to find the sum of terms, or even before that, you have studied how to find triangular numbers. How to find the total of triangular numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. You normally studied in ascending order. Now here we have to study in descending order, but same thing, same formula. Then there are 4 terms, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then multiply 4 by 5. How to do? Multiply 4 by 5, then divide by 2. I will later take this one separately and teach you. For the time being, I will just take 4, 3, 2, 1 equal 10. Then that 10 means number of monthly units. After that, you can get this 500. Now, look at this formula. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. I think this formula is familiar to you. The formula to find triangular numbers. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. Now here 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. There are 4 terms. Therefore, n is 4. N plus 1 means 5. 4 into 5 divided by 2. They give it as number of month units. Now earlier you studied this formula for triangular numbers. Don't forget it. You have to remember the same formula can be used to find number of monthly units. Okay? Now let's go to a simple question. Same thing we are going to do in another way. This is the way you have to practice for the examination. You can get the 2016 OLL paper. You have a question like this. Calculate the value of a monthly installment. I hope these days you are practicing past papers. Therefore, you might have come across this. Those students who are well expert about that might have done it. There are some students, they might forget some steps. Therefore, when I am doing this, you can grasp those steps and please arrange it, because in those years they have given this question as an unstructured question. Roman number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are not given. They have given calculate the value of a monthly installment. Therefore, the step should be analyzed by you. Let's see. It is a very small thing, but it's a very small thing, but you have to remember the steps. Let's take the same question. Loan amount is 20,000. Loan amount per month, 20,000 divided by 4, answer is 5,000. Then second one, we have done it earlier also. Then interest charged on amount due per month. Month mean here 5,000. Then let's calculate 5,000 into 12% into 1 upon 12. 5,000 is the part of loan paid per month. Multiply by 12%, annual interest rate. Multiply by 1 upon 12, because you want to get the monthly interest. Now divide 5,000 by 100, you get 50. After that divide 12 by 12, then you get the simple answer 50. What is this 50? Interest charged on amount due per month. You have to remember that it is per month interest. Now let's go to month units. Month units, earlier we got the answer 10. Let's see how to get it. I will explain further. Once you are familiar with these steps, this sum is nothing for you. This sum will be nothing for you. You can practice the past papers and see, is it difficult? Very easy to get the marks. Now month units, n into n plus 1 divided by 2. N mean 4 months. 4 into 4 plus 1, that means 5. 4 into 5 divided by 2. 4 into 5 divided by 2. 4 into 5, 20. 4 times 5, 20. 20 divided by 2, 10. Then there are 10 month units. Now interest for a month unit is 50. There are 10 month units. We can find the total interest. 50 into 10, 500. The total interest is 500. Now the loan is 20,000 plus 500. Altogether you have to settle 20,500. That means 20,500 should be settled in 4 months. 20,500 divided by 4, you can find the value of a monthly installment. The value of a monthly installment is rupees 5,125. Now can you remember that? Those steps. First you find the loan. After that calculate the interest for the loan per month. Interest for the loan per month. Then you can find the number of month units. After that multiply the number of month units by the interest for a month. Then you can get the total interest. Here it is 500. Then you have to pay that interest within the given 4 months with the principal amount or the loan amount. Then 20,000 plus 500, that is the total amount. Total amount divided by 4, you get the monthly installment. Monthly installment is 5,125. Right. Now we can go to another question. Here I am not going to work out this question in the step by step method. That means first month interest, second month interest, third month, because there are 10 equal months. You have to pay it in 10 months. There should be 10 months calculation. Therefore I will use the steps. Now you are familiar with the steps, you can watch this again and again and get an idea, because this is a very simple part. Once you arrange the steps in your mind, this is very simple. Calculations are very simple. You will be getting very simple sums for multiply and divide. Okay, read the question. A refrigerator price at 50,000 can be purchased by making a down payment of rupees 10,000 and paying the remainder by 10 equal monthly installments. If an annual interest rate of 15% is charged on the loan, where the interest is calculated on reducing balance method, find the value of a monthly installment. This is an unstructured type of question. They don't give you Roman numbers. They have asked, but they have asked from the last point. Find the value of a monthly installment. Now what are the important facts here? The information given here, 50,000 is the value of the refrigerator, down payment. You have to pay initially 5,000 to take it. After that you have to pay it in 10 equal monthly installments with 15% interest rate. Now let's calculate the steps and find the value of a monthly installment. Loan amount. Loan amount is 50,000 minus 10,000. Why? Initially, at the time of buying the refrigerator, you pay 10,000. Therefore, it is not considered as the loan. Loan is the remaining part we have to pay. That is 50,000 minus 10,000. Answer is 40,000. The loan is 40,000. After that, portion of the loan paid in 1 month. Per month, how much you have to pay? You can remember in the question they told us you have to pay this loan in 10 months. Therefore, 40,000 divided by 10. Answer is 4,000 rupees. That means from this loan without interest you have to pay only 4,000 rupees per month. You have to pay only 4,000 rupees per month. That is without interest. Now let's see how much interest you have to pay for this 4,000. They have given the interest rate. Can you remember? It is 15%. 4,000 into 15%. Is this for 1 month? No. 15% is annual interest rate multiplied by 1 upon 12. When you simplify this, you will get the interest for a month unit. Let's see how to simplify this. You are free to do any method, but let's see, I also will propose a method. First you divide 4,000 by 100. Answer is 40. After that you can divide 15 and 12 by 3. Then 15 divided by 3, 5. 12 divided by 3, 4. After that, denominator you have 4 and in the numerator you have 40. Then you can divide 4 and 40. Answer is 10. 40 divided by 4, answer is 10. Now simplifications are over. You have to just multiply and get interest for a month unit. 10 times 5, 50 rupees. 10 times 5, 50. Interest for a month unit is 50 rupees. Earlier also we get the same answer, but every time it is not 50, you calculate it and get. Then after that, what shall we do? We have to find the, now we found the interest for a monthly unit. Now we have to see how many monthly units are there. Let's calculate the number of monthly units. Our formula, I think you can remember, n into n plus 1 divided by 2. I explained it earlier also. Here n mean number of months. How many months? 10. 10 into n plus 1 mean 10 plus 1. Simply you can say 10 into 11. 10 into 11 divided by 2. 10 into 11 divided by 2. You can divide 10 by 2 or you can multiply and divide. You are free to do in any way. Now here 10 into 11, 110 divided by 2, 55. There are 55 month units. 55 month units. Earlier we calculated the interest for a month unit, that is 50 rupees. Now we are going to find, now we have found how many such monthly units are there. Answer is 55. Now by multiplying those two, you can get the total interest. The total interest is 50 into 55, rupees 2750. Rupees 2750. Now for this loan, within 10 months you have to pay an interest of 2750. Now how to pay this 2750? In equal monthly installments of 40,000 plus 2750 divided by 10. Divided by 10. Why you divide by 10? In the question they say you have to pay this in 10 equal monthly installments. 10 equal monthly installments. Then answer is 4,275. Per month you have to pay 4,275 rupees. Okay? Now we will go to the next slide. In that one, a person borrows a loan amount of 240,000, which is to be settled in 5 years. The interest on the loan is calculated on the reducing loan balance method, and the installment paid for a month unit is 4,950. Find the annual interest rate. Now this is the second type of question. Second type. In the first type, we studied how to find the value of a monthly installment. After following those steps, how to find the value of a monthly installment. Second type is how to find the annual interest rate. They have given value of a monthly unit. Using the value of monthly unit and other information, we have to study how to find the annual interest rate. Now in this question they tell 5 years. 5 years mean how many months? 1 year mean 12 months. 12 times 5, 60. 60 months. You have to pay this loan in 60 months. Loan amount is 240,000. This 240,000 loan should be paid in 60 months with a certain interest. Let's see. Portion of the loan paid in 1 month. You can find it. 240,000 is the loan. This loan should be paid in 60 months. Divide 240,000 by 60. What is the answer? When you divide 240,000 by 60, your answer is 4,000 rupees. Now, we don't know the annual interest rate. As we don't know the annual interest rate, I have proposed a letter. Let the annual interest rate be X. Let us take X as the annual interest rate, and we can proceed our early calculation. Earlier we studied with the non-interest rate. Now we have to calculate with X, following same steps. Therefore, you take the annual interest rate as X. Interest paid for a month unit. Now with this one, you can calculate the interest paid for a month unit. For that you have to calculate by using X. That means 4,000 into X upon 100 into 1 upon 12. With unknown X you are going to calculate. Now I didn't change the method. For finding the installment method, you have used this method with the non-interest rate. But here we have applied the unknown interest rate by taking X. Now we can simplify this. 4,000 divided by 100. Answer is 40. Then 12 and 40. 40 can be divided by 4. 12 can be divided by 4, answer is 3. Then you get the answer interest for a monthly unit as 10x upon 3. 10x upon 3 using x. X means our unknown interest rate. After that, we can go for the month unit. We can see how many monthly units. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. N means 60, big value. If you try to calculate one by one, it will be a very tiresome job. Therefore, 60 into 60 plus 1 divided by 2. 60 into 60 plus 1 means 60 into 61 divided by 2. You can multiply 60 by 61, answer 3660 divided by 2. Then you get the number of month units as 1830. Therefore, for this sum, within this calculation, there are 1830 month units. Then, earlier we calculated what is the interest for a month unit using x. Now we know how many month units. Let's see how to find the total interest. For reminding, the loan amount is 240,000. Portion of the loan paid in 1 month is 4,000. When you simplify, you get interest for a month unit is 10x upon 3. Interest for a month unit 10x upon 3. Number of month units 1830. Then how to find the total interest? 10x upon 3 multiplied by 1830. Then simplify. In any way you can simplify. I propose this simplification. 1830 divided by 3, answer 610. 610 into 10x. With x you have to do this calculation. Total interest is 6100x. The total interest using x, or you call it as in terms of x. You calculate the total interest in terms of x. Now x is an unknown. Therefore, they have to give something to reach that answer. Build up a simple equation and to find the value of x. What we took as x? X means, don't forget, x is the letter we gave or we substituted. I propose x for the annual interest rate. Then to equalize for this, for 6100x, we will find the total interest in another way. I propose this method. Total amount to be paid. Now you can remember in the question, they told per month with interest, you have to pay 4950. Per month with interest, you have to pay 4950. Like that you have to pay 60 months. 4915 into 60. 4915 into 60, answer is 294,900. 294,900 is the total amount you have to pay with interest. Therefore, you remove the loan amount. When you remove the loan amount, you will get the total interest. Total interest is 294,900 minus the initial loan amount 240,000. When you subtract, you get the answer 54,900. Now we have come to a place where we know same thing in two different ways. According to the above method, total interest equal to 6100x. According to the other method or the reverse order, we calculate and got the total interest as 54,900. Then you can see I have highlighted this 6100x equal to rupees 54,900. Now same thing, two equal things given in two different ways, but you can make them equal. balance them. Use a simple equation. 6100x equal 54,900. Now we have got the interests balanced. Total interest 6100x equal 54,900. Now it is a simple mathematics, simple equation. How to find x? You can find x by dividing both sides by 6100. When you divide both sides by 6100, you get the answer x equal 9%. What is this 9%? What is this 9? 9 is the annual interest rate. Therefore, at the very beginning, we didn't know the annual interest rate. Therefore, we took x. Now, by calculations, we can get x equal 9. Therefore, annual interest rate is 9%. Therefore, now we have discussed either method. First, when they give the loan amount, time period, interest rate, how to find the value of a monthly installment. That was our first part. Second part, when they give loan amount, down payment, if there is a down payment, that one, then the time period, value of a monthly installment. When they give those information, how to find the annual interest rate. But here we can work out this sum even without getting X letter. For the annual interest rate, even without getting the X letter, we can calculate it by using another method. Let's see. A person borrows a loan amount of rupees 240,000. Again, let's read the question. Which is to be settled in 5 years. Loan amount 240,000 settled in 5 years. The interest on the loan is calculated on the reducing loan balance method. Our same story. Our lesson is reducing balance. And the installment paid for a month unit is rupees 4,915. Find the annual interest rate. We can again freshly get into the question. We know the loan amount, we know the time period, we know the reducing balance method is applied, and we know value of a monthly installment. Earlier also I told be careful about the word installment. Installment means loan portion plus interest, that is 4,950. Then annual interest rate. I will propose a formula for you. Without getting X letter, I will propose a formula to find annual interest rate. Look at this. Interest for a monthly unit. First you get, or you can find, what is the interest for a monthly unit divided by value of a monthly unit. Here value of a monthly unit means part of the loan paid per month. Part of the loan paid per month without interest is known as value of a monthly unit. Now, when you get this fraction, you are going to find the interest rate. Therefore, multiply it by 100%. To convert it to a percentage or to find the rate, you multiply by 100%. But you look at that fraction, interest for a monthly unit upon value of a monthly unit. Both are in monthly. Therefore, what you get this percentage? You get monthly interest rate. But the question asks annual interest rate. Therefore, if you know monthly interest rate, multiply it by 12. When you multiply it by 12, you will get annual interest rate. Therefore, annual interest rate is calculated like this. Interest for a monthly unit upon value of a monthly unit multiplied by 100% multiplied by 12. Now we have to find these values one by one. How to find value of a monthly unit? How to find interest for a monthly unit? After finding those two, you can apply this formula and calculate the annual interest rate. Let's see. Interest for a monthly unit. You can find the interest for a monthly unit by getting the total interest and dividing it by number of monthly units. Get the total interest and divide it by number of monthly units. Now you can remember, in our early calculation, this is the same question. Same question, I am proposing you another method. For the same question, I am proposing you another method. Therefore, total interest 54,900 divided by number of monthly units 1,830. Then you get rupees 30. What is this 30 rupees? That is interest for a monthly unit. The interest for a monthly unit is 30 rupees. After that, then we have found the interest for a monthly unit. After that, we have to find value of a monthly unit. Now, how to find the value of a monthly unit? They have given the information. A person borrows a loan of 240,000, which is to be settled in 5 years. Therefore, 240,000 divided by 5. When you divide 240,000 by 60, you get the answer 4,000. Value of a monthly unit is 4,000. Annual interest rate is calculated like interest for a monthly unit upon value of a monthly unit multiplied by 100% multiplied by 12. Then we can use the rest of the formula, 30 upon 4,000 into 100% into 12. Then you get 9% as the answer. Now you have come to the end of this calculation. That means we studied how to find the value of a monthly installment. What are the things you want to calculate the value of a monthly installment? You want the loan, down payment, annual interest rate and the period. Using those information, what you have to do first? Tell me, what you have to do first? First we have to find the loan. Now remember these steps. First you have to find the loan amount. After that, divide it by the number of months. You get the part of the loan paid per month. Second step. Third step, you can find the interest for a monthly unit. How to find the interest for a monthly unit? Part of the loan paid per month multiplied by the interest rate multiplied by 1 upon 12. Then you get the interest for a monthly unit. Again, after that you have to find the total number of monthly units. Find the total number of monthly units. For that you have to use n into n plus 1 divided by 2 formula, triangular numbers formula. Then when you find the interest for a monthly unit and when you find the number of monthly units, you can multiply them and get the total interest. How to pay this total interest? This total interest should be paid in monthly installments, equal monthly installments. You get the loan, add the total interest to that, then you get the total amount. With this total amount can be divided by number of months. Then you can get value of a monthly installment. That is one way. Second type of question they can give in the examination is find the annual interest rate. Now in my presentation I proposed you two methods of finding the annual interest rate. First method is by taking a symbol for unknown annual interest rate. You can take X or you can commonly take R% for annual interest rate. Then other method is I proposed a formula. Annual interest rate equal value of a monthly unit upon interest for a monthly unit upon value of a monthly unit multiplied by 100% multiplied by 12. Interest for a monthly unit upon value of a monthly unit multiplied by 100% multiplied by 12. Then let's recall the steps how to find the annual interest rate. First, when they are asking to find the annual interest rate, they don't give it. They give other information, even they give the installment. First of all, we can go starting from the beginning, we can come up to the place of finding value of a monthly unit. How to find the value of a monthly unit? You take the loan, then you divide it by the period. When you divide it by the period, you get value of a monthly unit. Then take it as an answer. After that, go backward calculation. Take the value of a monthly installment, multiply it by the number of months. Then you get the total interest. Total interest can be found by subtracting the initial loan amount from the total amount. Installments into number of months, you get the total amount. Subtract the loan, initial loan, then you get the total interest. After that, you can calculate the number of monthly units. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. You can find the number of monthly units. Then divide the total interest by number of monthly units. You will get interest for a monthly unit. When you get interest for a monthly unit and value of a monthly unit, you can use this formula. Using the formula, you can calculate the annual interest rate. Now, my dear students, I think you are well aware and familiar about the reducing balance method. Now, in the previous presentation, I told you about three types of interest: simple interest, compound interest and reducing balance interest. Now, these are interrelated. All these are coming under the theme numbers. Then I think you have practiced. You have practiced some, I asked you to practice some paper questions regarding interest. I think you have done it. Now, you watch that video again and again. Watch this one also and get ready for a question. Think there will be a question in the paper, this time paper, and get ready. For that, you can do 2016 paper oral question, 2017 oral question. Both these questions are based on this reducing balance method. 2016 paper, you have to find the value of a monthly installment. 2017 paper, you have to find the annual interest rate. Now, I have clearly given you the steps of finding both value of a monthly installment and how to find annual interest rate. Please practice it again and again. Now, there will be some students, this is nothing for them, but just try and see how you do it, how you follow the steps and how you get this answer. There are some students, they know here and there, they have forgotten some steps, they also can practice. Surely get the past paper questions, practice it, that is the standard. You can practice it. There are some students, due to some reason, they haven't got this. But I think today lesson, this will be very, very important for them also. They can follow this again and again. If you miss it, you can again watch it using channel NIE, presented by the National Institute of Education, NIE, YouTube channel, channel NIE. Visit it and get this again and again. Watch it again and again and make 100% perfect about these steps and get ready for the exam. Right. So, my dear students, we have completed the interest part, simple interest, compound interest and interest on reducing balance. But you know, there are some other lessons regarding these percentages. For example, profit percentage, loss percentage, discounts, commissions. In grade 10, you studied about taxes. Can you remember the types of taxes? Customs duty, value added tax, and income tax. There are several types of taxes. Therefore, you have to just refer, because in the first paper and structured paper, you will be getting simple questions from this part to test your basic mathematical skills. Therefore, I propose you, please follow them. Try to study. You have to go for a self-study part also. Therefore, do the calculations. Be a master in all those percentage section, because under the theme there is a question definitely in the paper. Therefore, be familiar about the percentage part of the lesson in our theme numbers. Okay, then my dear student, I wish you all the best. Study them, do papers, and be familiar about the paper structure. That is another very important thing. Maybe you know mathematics, maybe you can answer, but you have to be very familiar about the structure, how they ask, how you have to answer a question to get maximum marks. If you skip some steps, you will be losing marks. Therefore, try to follow the steps when you answer in a question. Be familiar about that and try to get the maximum marks for your paper. Then again and again, I wish you all the best. If you miss this, you can again watch it from the YouTube channel. Then study well, practice it again and again, and be a great person. Thank you.